Hi, this is Fredrik Haren from the world of creativity. Today coming to you from the Maldives, the beautiful archipelago of the Maldives. Today I want to speak about how we can use creativity to get the change we want, even if we cannot change the behavior. A couple of days ago, I was speaking at the first ever HR convention of the Maldives of about 400 people. One of the keynote speakers. And I was talking about the need for creativity in customer service. And after my speech, one man came up to me and talked about how they had used creativity at their resort. So they had this problem that they had the people that had smokers, and the smokers would smoke the cigarettes, and they would take the butt and they would throw them on the ground. And of course, these beautiful, gorgeous sandy beaches got full of cigarette butts. So they tried putting up a sign banning them, put up a trash can, getting people to put the cigarette butts in the trash can, but none of it worked. So then this man had this idea. So this is what he told me.
How about we don't try to change this habit, because in general, if a person smokes like 20 cigarettes a day, they are throwing this 20 times, and if they do this every day, then that means it's been a habit for them. So it will be really difficult for us to change the habit, but let's just make that habit as something where they are throwing it to a dustbin.
They designed a small rectangular trash can that they built into the ground, into the sand. So people are now still sitting at the table smoking and drinking and taking the cigarette butts and throwing them on the ground, except now they're throwing it into that small rectangular place which is made for cigarette butts, the trash can. Problem solved. Solution: don't get people to continue doing what they are used to doing, taking the butt and throwing it on the ground, but now getting them to throw it into a trash can instead of throwing it on these beautiful sandy beaches that they have in the Maldives.
And now it's very effective that we can barely find a cigarette butt thrown out of there.
What a perfect example of how to use creativity to solve a problem, even if we can change the behaviors of some people who just refuse to do what is right. That's what I learned today in the Maldives, and that's what we all can learn about. If we have a problem, let's see how can we solve the problem without necessarily having to change the bad habit.
It's all about creativity and solving the problems creatively, right?
And it's a habit and it can be changed by action.
That is all we have today from Fredrik Haren and the world of creativity, coming to you from the Maldives.